Hello everybody, my name is Gaurav Shenoy. So this video is about how we can make use of the Cloudmesh documentations and what are the different commands that are available to automatically generate the documentation in HTML. So as I had mentioned in my previous video, Cloudmesh has certain packages and certain libraries by which it can generate automatically the documentation in HTML for you. So let's go ahead and see how we can do that. So for that, first let's pull up the terminal again. So if you followed in the previous lecture and if you guys have been able to successfully install Cloudmesh client, then we should be having the Cloudmesh source in the Cloudmesh directory. In this we have two folders, base and client. So we had already pulled the base and the client repositories from GitHub, Cloudmesh GitHub repository. And let's go ahead inside the client now. There, yeah, we are inside the client. The most important thing that we need to do is every time we use this particular Cloudmesh application, to be on the safer side, as we had said before, we activate a virtual environment so that whenever we download any packages which are relevant towards Cloudmesh, it does not get downloaded into your system packages, so that in case if any time something gets corrupted, it remains inside your virtual environment directory and your system directory of Python remains clean. So that is a good way of utilizing this virtual environment. So it's always a good practice to always activate your virtual environment before performing any operations. And the fact that all our Python packages which are used by Cloudmesh resides in the virtual environment, now it is necessary that you activate this particular virtual environment every time you use the Cloudmesh shell. So again, our virtual environment resides in the /env directory. So if you see here, it contains bin, include, lib, local. So your bin contains the different executables, binaries for this particular Python, and your lib contains the different libraries that have been downloaded as a part of this particular virtual environment. So to activate this, we simply say source env bin and activate. There you go. We have an env here prefix. That means that your virtual environment has been activated. So inside the client directory, if you do an ls -l, you can find the different files, the source files here. So we already have seen that inside the docs folder, there are the different documentations files available, but they are in the raw format, that is the RST format. So we have written certain scripts which automatically convert this particular RST format into an HTML documentation for you guys. So I'm showing you how to do that. So the first step to do is to type the make doc command. So this thing is going to basically pull up the different documentations from inside the docs folder, and it's going to convert it to the HTML files using Sphinx, and it's going to be creating those HTML files inside the build folder in the docs directory. I'll show you guys how that works. But if you see now, it's reading the different sources, the RST sources, and it's converting them to the HTML file. So this will take quite some time. I guess it should be pretty fast. So it's writing the output now. There you go. So it says that the build is finished and the HTML pages are in the build/HTML directory. That means that under the docs folder, if you see, there is the build folder. So if you go inside build, there will be an HTML folder, and if you go inside HTML, now you'll find the different HTML files. So a simple way of bringing up this particular the HTML document, the main document, is to type make view. So make doc has already converted your source files in the docs folder into the HTML files as an output. So now the make view would open up this particular index.html, which contains the main header file in your Firefox browser. So there you go. So this is now our main documentation file, which has been converted into HTML. and this contains a comprehensive user manual about the different commands that are available, the man pages for those different commands, and the different APIs that we use, and how to use each of these commands. So we have a comprehensive document here. For example, the most frequent command that you will be using is the VM command. So we'll be having, so these are the different commands that Cloudmesh contains. So we have a long list of commands, and these are the different manuals for the different commands. So I'll just show you guys a VM command here. So this is the VM command, this is the usage of how to do that. We will be having another video on how to use this VM command to create a virtual machine on one of the clouds, and how to log in into that particular virtual machine that you have created on that cloud. How to so in short, we'll be booting up a virtual machine, logging into that virtual machine, and deleting that particular virtual machine. So we'll have a separate video for that. So that would probably be the next video, but just showing you guys that we have a comprehensive manual here, a user manual. So these are the different man pages. If you go to user manual here, we have the different shell commands and how to use each of the shell commands. So if you see here inside the terminal, so let me open up a new terminal. So if you type cm, oh sorry, I have not activated my virtual environment. So again, that is a lesson. So you need to activate your virtual environment every time, because all the Python libraries that are required are inside this particular env folder. There you go. So if you type help, the commands are grouped into certain categories. So if you see, like under cloud commands, there are different commands for clouds, for security, etc. So this particular user manual here also tells you the same thing. So for example, security group command here. So security group create. So here it gives you the examples of how to use it along with the different output. So in short, this is how you use the make talk and make view commands for creating the documentation and for viewing it. So this was all in this video. So a quick recap of what we did. We used the make talk to basically convert all our source documents on RST format into an HTML format, and then we used the make view command to open up this particular document, HTML document in the Firefox browser. You can take a look at this particular documentation. It's quite comprehensive. It contains all the different commands and how the usage is and the examples and so on. Thank you guys for watching this video. So in the next video, probably we'll show you how to use these commands to quickly create a virtual machine, and how to log in into that particular virtual machine. So you guys will see how easy it is to create any virtual machine on any cloud that you need with using a simple command. So that's all in the next video. Thank you guys for watching this video. Have a good day. Bye bye.